Standard Professional Practice, under Section 41, RA 9266. SPP Document 201, which is Pre-Design Services. The architect which can help the client to maximize and address the needs of the client. The architect will determine the type of project and the needed necessities to put up on the plan depending on the results of the researches and tests that will be conducted.
The scope of the pre-design service is as follows: consultation, pre-feasibility studies, feasibility studies, site selection and analysis, architectural programming, space management studies, value management, design brief preparation.
Manner of providing services. The architect must submit a proposal for pre-design services after the meeting of the client. Method of compensation varies on volume and range of work of the architect. SPP Document 202, which is the regular design services. It is where the architect acts as a consultant who translates the needed requirement of the owner spaces and form in the best manner of professional service. Applicable to individual architect, group practice, foreign architects. Scope of services: project definition phase, schematic design phase, design development phase, contract document phase, bidding OR negotiation phase, construction phase.
Manner of providing services. There are two ways by which the architect may enter into contract with the owner. Deeds, a single contract between the architect and owner. DADs, the architect and the engineering and allied professionals executing separate contracts with the owner.
Project classification. Corresponding scale of charges shall be prescribed in the architect's guidelines to determine the fair remuneration to the architect. Group 1, simple. Group 2, moderate. Group 3, exceptional. Group 4, residential. Group 5, monumental. Group 6, repetitive. Group 7, housing. Group 8, extensive detail. Group 9, renovation. Group 10, expert advice. Other conditions on services.
Method of compensation. Architect's compensation based on the architect's or architectural firm's talents, skill, experience, and on the type and level of professional services provided.
SPP Document 203. SPP 203, specialized services of the architect which he can render the needed services or get another architect that has a field of expertise that can do the work of that specific services. The architect can render two contracts: the architect of record and as a consultant for the specific services. In the design of a building, the architect works on a development concept. To realize this, the architect develops the design by determining the size and interrelationship of interior spaces, laying out the furniture, movables, equipment, built-ins and fixtures to support the required activities, thus making both the exterior and interior spaces contribute to the total concept. The architect may enter into contract with the owner in two possible ways: working in a dual capacity as architect of record and as consulting architect for AI services. Working as consulting architect for AI services only. For projects involving extensive detailing of AI components such as custom floor, wall, ceiling construction and finishes, cabinet design, built-in components, equipment and special fittings, the architect's fee shall be a percentage of the cost of the AI work. This excludes the fee of any engineering and/or specialist consultants, SCs, working with the architect.
SPP Document 204A, which is the full-time supervision services. The legal responsibility of the construction supervision group with the owner is administrative matter. On technical matters you have to consult the architect of record. The construction supervision group must be a degree holder in Bachelor of Architecture and extended safe experience building construction, building materials, and construction details. Method of compensation. This service may be based in all facilities rendered.
SPP Document 204B, which is the construction management services. Due to complexity of a project, there's a need construction manager for effective implementation and cost-efficient construction and description of responsibilities of construction manager. First, coordination in supervision, cost time control, quality control of work, and keeping of records. Includes the function of CSG and CM, can hire CSG to be under his supervision. Method of compensation. The services rendered provided by architect as a construction manager may based on one or more. SPP document 205. Which is the post-construction services. The architect may be engaged as the building administrator and/or property manager of a building, facility or complex to maximize the lifespan of the building in order to produce the maximum economic return. Manner of providing services. The architect may enter into contract with the owner in two possible ways. Working in a dual capacity as architect of record and as consulting architect for post-construction services. Working as consulting architect for post-construction services only. Method of compensation. Percentage of gross rentals, maintenance and security fees. And/or monthly salary or fee.
SPP document 206. Which is the comprehensive architectural services. Composed of two different parts, which are the comprehensive architectural services itself, and the project management or PM. Scope of services. The comprehensive architectural services section includes the following: pre-design services, regular design services, specialized architectural services, construction services, and post-construction services. On the other hand, the project management section includes pre-construction and construction phases. Manner of providing services. Normally, the architect enters into a contract with the owner to perform comprehensive architectural services. By the very nature of the services, he assumes the dual role of the project manager and the construction manager, or effectively the overall coordinator whose functions are outlined under this SPP. Method of compensation. If the architect as project manager performs regular design services for the same project, he shall be compensated separately for these services as stipulated in SPP document 202. SPP document 207. Which is the design-build services. In any building project, there is need to balance the elements of time, quality and cost, which, in many cases, can best be achieved by the architect performing design-build services. Scope of design-build services. Design-build services by administration is similar to that of the architect's regular design services. Design-build services with guaranteed maximum project construction cost. This method is essentially the same as design-build services by administration, except that the architect provides the client a guaranteed maximum project construction cost for the construction of the project. Manner of providing services. The architect may be involved in construction, including that of his own design, by adopting an arrangement different from the general way of bidding out projects to constructors, or from the different modes of design-build services. Method of compensation. In this services, compensation of the architect should base on performing design-build services.
SPP document 208, which is architectural design competition. Serve as a guide among the owner forwards a successful competition by considering principle, on which competition were based, therefore it will bring the interest and concerns of both project or owner, so the proponents of architectural design competition involve our owner, architect, jury, the professional advisor. Method of compensation. The expenditure must be allocated to secretariat for his/her salary during the duration of the competition.
SPP document 209. Which is the professional architectural consulting services. The scope of professional architectural consulting services shall be defined and determined in accordance with the Charter, by laws, policies, rules and regulations of the Commission and the Board through the IAPOA, to which a professional consulting architect belongs as a member in good standing. Manner of providing services. A professional consulting architect (PCA) may provide services directly or indirectly to the client in the manner prescribed, suggested or promulgated by the Commission or Board through the IAPOA. Compensation method of PACS. The computation of the compensation of fees for professional architectural consulting services shall depend on the type of services to be rendered and the conditions under which they are to be performed. Compensation and allowances shall be comparable with foreign consulting service compensation standards.